GM, day 67 of Becoming a Profitable Trader. Let's jump straight into this with the trade of the day today, which was obviously a loss, as you can see here. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Expect a retrace back up to here, up into the area of interest here for a down move, just because we had most of the confluences here going straight in our favor with a B setup. But that didn't happen, and that's fine. It didn't go in a direction, and it just happens sometimes. So, just moving on from that and jumping on to the next one, which is USD CHF. Fortunately, I didn't plan this trade out properly since this was laid out on Monday. And I do believe we had a valid entry signal here for us, but unfortunately I just didn't see it because I wasn't at the charts, so just missed that. But it is what it is. Today will be, if there's no trade at the end of the day, which I very highly doubt, it'll be our first week in 67 days where I haven't taken a trade at least once that week. But obviously I took this trade here, so it would cancel, but it's just a profitable trade, would I say. A profitable trade of the week. Let's see. This one, just waited for the lower high to be broken on this, which obviously never happened and likely not going to fill and try to look at the charts for the rest of the day for this, just because this would have to do that and change structure and all these steps. That is definitely not going to happen within the next 3 hours, right? Probably not. This one here, AUD CAD, we simply just, I think I just didn't look at this either. I wasn't very much on the charts this weekend, unfortunately. But, oh yeah, no, I do remember this, apologies. This was to break the lower high, which we never did, because I was looking for this to go long here. Always good to have side notes. Was looking for this to go long and take a trade to do something like this. Unfortunately, it never happened, but great. We didn't take a trade, and therefore we did not take a loss. Euro CHF, if you spring down on the daily, we had, this was written up here, and you can see when we wrote it was about this. So I did it on Monday, I believe. Yeah, Monday or Tuesday, I think it was. Tuesday I wrote it up, had it looking like this, jumped on the 4 hour, waited for a break of this, which we got here, and then we dropped down to the 30 minute, and unfortunately throughout this entire period of time, let's see, we kind of did get a strict structure, but I was not at the charts during this time, unfortunately, so this was another trade that could have definitely played out in our favor, but I just simply was not there. It's been a busy week, and I do apologize for no trades for this, but I doubt that you're taking the same exact trades as me, considering I'm a few hours ahead of you, especially in some things. Next, GDP CHF obviously was completely wrong. This is a week where I was like, wow, I was pretty goddamn wrong on a lot of stuff. Because usually I'm pretty okay with this stuff. I'm pretty okay with trying to predict stuff. So, for example, this here, I expect at least a close inside here. You drop down to the 4 hour here, wait for the lower high break, which we just simply never got, which is fine. Avoided a loss, very much so. So it was a lot of avoiding losses, and yeah, I'm just happy that everything went well, as it should have, at least. That I didn't get entry signals on this. There's a lot of steps for me to take a trade, and so if I don't get a huge amount of confluences, I don't take the trade, obviously. This one here just needed this to hit the daily of interest / weekly, which, if you look, very close to doing so, but we need a close inside. So nothing else except for waiting for this on next week. And NZD USD, this has the same exact thing. Wait for that, never happened. It is what it is. NZD CHF, this pretty much exactly the same thing. If you look on the weekly, I was expecting the same thing here. And finally, GDP AUD on the daily here, kept going higher and higher and higher. I'm not going to mark up 5 goddamn zones up here and here and here, right? So I just decided, you know what, I'm going to wait. If it runs down to the daily area of interest, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't, right? And guess what, it didn't. So, you know, it is what it is. And for this week here, this is actually the end of the week for me. However, I will, of course, be recording tomorrow's video, a little bit of analysis, and I just find it quite interesting to look at the markets in general. So you'll definitely get analysis, potential trades that I would have taken if it wasn't a Friday. But obviously, as you know, if you don't, I don't take trades on Friday. Even God himself could hand me a golden silver plate, says this trade is going to work out 99.999% of the time. I'm not going to take it just because I've seen too goddamn much happen on Fridays. Fridays is the weird day. I see people making money. You can definitely make money on Fridays. I'm just not one of them. In my head, it makes sense because, let's say, well, I'm going to give the same example I did probably 2-3 weeks ago, which was on Fridays. So take this in a grain of salt in terms of backtesting, right? Where you have 100 people, you go into a room, right? Closed room. Come out, you're missing one arm. Weird scenario, I know, right? But let's say 98% of those people who went in, lost an arm, 2% came out. That's pretty much how it is for me trading Fridays. It's a couple of winners out of the hundreds of losers. Hundreds of losers. Because I look at Fridays and it's just a bunch of dumps, weird wicks, massive volume for no reason, all these different things, right? That mess with your trading. False entry signals. I never pretty much get false entry signals unless it's on a Friday. So I don't trade it. It's just on Fridays. I don't even take a chill. It's a normal day for me. I just simply do not press place trade, right? For the rest, analysis, morning, afternoon, and night analysis, I very much do. But I'm not going to go on too much of a ramble here. I do have the gym coming up next, an absolutely inhumane workout, which I will update you definitely tomorrow. So, hope you enjoyed, and yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.